11 years ago in 2015, and at the age of 21, I had a back surgery for two ruptured discs. This injury didn't happen all of a sudden, nor did it coalesce around one major event. Honestly, I can't even recall the exact moment they ruptured. To give some background, my family does have a history of back injuries, so there might be an underlying issue. That being said, around 17, I was wrapping up water polo and started taking Muay Thai classes. I've always been high energy and hard to slow down. I ran, I swam, and I trained way too much. One day I was in Muay Thai class and felt something in my back after throwing a high kick. I figured it was just a muscle strain, but the pain wasn't going away, and it was radiating down my leg. I eventually got it looked at and learned I had a herniated disc. I started doing physical therapy and light swimming, which helped ease the disc back into place over the next 6 months. Anywho, being me, I went back to training like a maniac. I was lifting heavy, running, plus swimming long distances, but eventually my back gave way again. Strangely enough, I can't remember the exact moment it ruptured. My weeks were so filled with hard training that I couldn't pinpoint the injury. At the time, I didn't know what was worse, and this time I had two ruptured discs. I dealt with the pain by doing the same physical therapy exercises I learned years prior. Nothing was working. The pain was spreading, and eventually my right leg stopped responding. I couldn't spread my toes or lift myself up onto my toes. Then one moment changed everything for me. I was upstairs sitting at my desk. I turned and saw my brother's youngest daughter fumbling her way to the top of the stairs. I bolted up and stumbled as fast as I could, but just couldn't get there in time. By some miracle, she changed course and turned back. I was humbled in that moment. I realized exactly why fitness was required as a man. No one cares that I was box jumping past my chest, military pressing my body weight, or running sub 21-minute 5Ks. Being a man means protecting and providing. In that moment, I was utterly useless. Fast forward to my surgery a couple months later. I opted to do a microdiscectomy, which would remove the bits of ruptured disc pressing on my sciatic nerve. This procedure is for outpatients, so I was able to go home afterward. Thank God I recovered a few months later and my leg actually worked. The next few years I started training again, but more intelligently. I embraced the motto of being fit year-round at 60 to 80%, rather than being 100% fit for short periods of time. I was only feeding my own ego with PR stats. I accepted there were certain exercises I might never be able to do again that I loved. I completely gave up max explosive movements like high box jumps. I rewired my brain to see fitness as a means to protect and provide, so giving up some exercises was not as hard. To this day, I have random moments where my back throws out simply from sleeping wrong or twisting weirdly. I see these now as my body's emergency brakes. When my brain senses my back is weak and my hamstrings are tight, my back locks up to force me to rest. Now that I explained the background, I want to talk about what helped. I shared the philosophy that helped me calm my drive for training and accept a state of year-round readiness over any strength feats. The first and most important thing to take into consideration is pacing. You have to pace yourself. I know the cool thing is to carry the boats and the logs into exhaustion. This just doesn't work or even make sense for most men. I did this style of training, and without proper pacing, I only slowed down my progress. Secondly, you should not completely avoid the movements that strain your back. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but for a long time I avoided some exercises like bent over rows or lower back work out of fear. Rather, your goal should be to target these areas with progressive overload. Do your hyperextensions and build the muscle. Third, and adding to this last point, you need to strengthen everything around your spine. I prioritized core isolation work way more after surgery. Yes, bracing and squats helped, but generic flutter kicks and leg raises took it to the next level. My brain built a connection with my core to engage it more than before. Fourth was aiming to keep a weight hanging off me more than pressing down on me. I was no longer military pressing with the weight pushing into my spine. Instead, I had weight pulling me down while doing dips. I wasn't doing bent over barbell rows. Instead, I was doing heavy weighted pull-ups. The goal was to always have force pulling away from my spine rather than coalescing on it. Lastly was getting flexible. Now I won't even attempt to do any sandbag training unless I can comfortably put my palms on the floor. I eventually noticed when I had a tight or sore posterior chain, I also put more stress on my back. All in all, get a strong core, get flexible, target your weakness, distribute pressure, and pace your training. I hope you take some value out of this, and as always, thanks for watching.